What Mr. Putin has done is totally unacceptable. He's committed aggression. He's gone into a sovereign state. He's violated agreements that were signed by the Soviet Union, of which they're the descendant, like the Helsinki Final Act and a thing called the Budapest Memorandum of 1994, whereupon Ukraine agreed to give up its nuclear weapons. Now, if he gets the message by what we're doing with NATO allies, if he gets the message because of sanctions and decides at some point, I'd really like to be the spy who comes in from the cold. He was a KGB agent here in Germany, as you all know. Then we got to be ready. We got to be ready to say, okay, we're prepared to go all the way back to where George H.W. Bush and Chancellor Kohl were in 1990, a Europe whole and free and at peace, in which there can be a role for Russia. Now, that can be something that meets Russia's legitimate security interests while meeting Ukraine's legitimate security interests, plus all of the NATO allies. We can be creative and we can work in that direction. We've got to a point, I think, where we Americans are rediscovering Europe. It's not that we ever forgot, but we played it down because we were doing other things. You go with the European Union, but also the country that's most central, and that means Germany. In my judgment, there needs to be a very special relationship, to coin a phrase, between the United States and Germany, more than we've had in the past, and with a whole set of dimensions in which we start sharing leadership for a lot of things here in Europe. Well, in the first place, we've been a Pacific power for 150 years. And when we were isolated from Europe in the 1930s, we weren't isolated from Asia. We're going to be involved in the Pacific of necessity because of China, because of India, because of allies. Now, the term pivot was probably unfortunate because it got misinterpreted here in Europe. Obama was very clear. He said, look, I'm a basketball player. You have basketball in Germany, I know that. He said, when you pivot in basketball, you put your foot down, and then you go this way, you go that way, but you got your foot solidly where you want to start. And where you want to start is Europe. He said, give me a break.